Here we are, day 9. We're in Logrono, and we're doing laundry again, which is apparently going to be a big thing on the Camino, because otherwise you just kind of smell bad, and that's no fun. Today was super hot. I tried Googling last night, is there a heat wave in Spain? There seems like there is. It says, it's just in the south where they're getting plus 40 temperatures. Today is 34 degrees, I think, in Logrono, and hopefully it's going to rain tonight. There's sort of a heaviness in the air, and it feels like it might rain. Stopping now to have a cerveza to celebrate the end of a long walk today. It was, 22 kilometers, and the first 10 kilometers were amazing. Left the albergue in Sansol quite early, like we're gone by shortly after 7:30 at the latest, and it was a nice albergue, even though it was still bunk beds, which are not my favorite thing. But as far as bunk beds go, at least there was enough space that you could sit on the bottom bunk and like organize your stuff, and people were tired, so it was all right. And it was kind of fun because he made a big paella, and we all shared it as a group, so that was fun. Chatted with a guy from Japan whose English was quite good, and he is trying to do the Camino in 23 days, which is insane. 790 kilometers divided by 23 days. Don't know how much that is. I'm going to say it's close to 40 kilometers a day, or 35. Now we stumbled the last 10 kilometers. We're very hot, like you could feel your skin burning hot. And when I looked at the elevation, it was like, it's dead flat walking into Logrono. And as a prairie girl from Manitoba, flat doesn't mean the same thing to the rest of the world as it does to me. And I was thinking about some of the walks that I've gone on. Alexis and I went on a 25K walk to raise money for cancer. That was like a breeze, man. That was about 3.5 hours, maybe, steady walking, lovely day, started early in the day. Went with Shirley on a mini Camino through Manitoba, and I think it was 30K. And I think that only took us about 4 hours. And that's what happens when the land is very flat. And it is not the case here. There was a lot of up and down, even though they said it was really flat. And some of it was pretty intense, like steep ups and downs for Prairie Girl anyway. Other people may have been going, this is nothing. There's nowhere to train for that in Manitoba, except for Garbage Hill, if you happen to live in Winnipeg. So that was kind of what I was thinking about today. I was also thinking about how life boils down to some pretty basic things when you're on this route. Where are you going to find your next bathroom? Where are you going to sleep for the night? And where are you going to do your laundry? And that's about it. So it was a good day, but it was a hard day for the last 10K. Like the first 10K, beautiful. Second 10K, challenging. On the whole, feeling a little tender today. Tomorrow might be a rest day, or at least a slower walk day. And I just wanted to say hi to everybody and let you know how things are going. Hey, another thing I was thinking about was my bladder. And I mean my water bladder in the back of my knapsack. And I was really debating, do I want a bladder or do I want the water bottles? And I'm super glad I went with the bladder, even though it's kind of a pain in the butt to fill it up and get it into my bag. It's 2 liters, and I never have to touch anything again. I just have my little straw that comes out of the back of my backpack. It makes it so much easier to be able to drink something while you're walking. So if you're thinking about it and you're not sure what to take, try the bladder. I'm also kind of thinking about sending a couple things back to France just to wait for me there, because the bag feels heavy, and I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 things that I am not going to need anymore. It's not going to be terribly cold, and I have a warm liner, and I may send that back just so that I don't have to haul it for the next 600-ish kilometers. Tomorrow we should hit 200 the 200 kilometer marker, which is kind of exciting. Again, I'm proud of myself, but remember earlier I said Logrono was going to be the deciding factor if I was going to keep going. And I'll have to say, after today, I'm not 100% certain. I need a night of rest, and then we'll see how it goes. So, miss you, love you, talk to you soon. Bye.